Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, Evans. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He'll flip this out to Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. On the screen, this is Evans. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Throwing again is Fields. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. It's Wilson. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off play action, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down. On play action, Fields. There's Evans again, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Nwangu. Oh, some strong running. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Again, he finds an opening. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he's taken down inside the 30. On first down, Fields. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson Robinson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Handoff right side, Nwangu. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got Smith here. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Thrown toward the sideline, and Jefferson's got it. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On the give is Nwangu, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kene Nwangu. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Four yards remain for second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Play action. It's Fields. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, it's Fields. Here's Johnson with a reception. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They go play action now. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a first down throw, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now Fields. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And his throw is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Again, Fields. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Fields. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Juwan Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Fields on 1st down. That's complete to Mooney. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Fields. It's complete to Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This a 33-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He's got Mooney. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Flushed out right. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Flush to his right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing on third down, Fields. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To the air again, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And a catch right side by Evans. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home here. Let's make these babies. Check 55, Mike. Let's get the ball.
Throwing again is Fields. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make this a second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, you have to expect in this situation that the defense is going to be playing the perimeter. They don't want any easy passes out there where someone can grab it and step out of bounds. So that was excellent work there to force the incompletion.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. Fields throwing again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off by Chris Barnes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door